Oh, morning. So it's 6:25 on Tuesday, July the 11th, and I'm not heading to the golf course. Until my tee-off time at 2:08. So I'm going to head there today at probably about midday. Maybe hit some balls first, or have some lunch first, then hit some balls, and then have my tee-off. Or maybe get up there about, I don't know, 12:30 maybe. Have something to eat, hit some balls, do some putting, chipping, and then go out on the course and see if I can improve on yesterday's 88, which improved by 1 stroke on my previous best ever score of 89 2 weeks ago and my first round. Nice and peaceful. At the moment, it's fascinating too. Today I came up 2 hours before the round, hit 40 balls, hit virtually every single one of them cleanly, did chipping practice over bunkers, chipping off the green, played pretty nicely, then went and had a nice lunch, and then came down. And I suppose I felt a little bit hurried now because I've come on early, because they said I could play early. Instead of 2:08 I started, I don't know, 20 to 2, and I've just started terribly. I got a 6 on that last one, so bogey par, but a fantastic first putt, good pitching wedge, but the rest I just miss-hit, and so suddenly that awful feeling of loss of confidence, even on that tee shot there. I mean, it went terribly to the left and apparently it came out again, but it was an awful shot. So yeah, I've got to sort of recover early from just not feeling good at all at the moment, just feeling out of sync. And 2 miss-hits with the hybrid already, when it's just been so good. And yeah, anyway, I don't think I'm going to talk to camera. I'm just going to play and hopefully try and start playing a bit better, because it's been a bad start that I've sort of got away with so far. future reference, it's very windy. The t-shirt I just did was, it was intimidatingly windy, then suddenly it drops. But yeah, but okay, no more talking. Have picked up a little. Right, at last I've just done a stunning perler. 8 iron, caddy said 7 because it's so far uphill. And I thought, no, I wanted to go at 8 and go full out. And I don't know where it is on the green yet because I can't see it because of the incline, but she's given me the putter. Always a good sign. Just waiting for the people ahead, and even though I only got 6 on that par 5 just now with a 3 putt because of the anyway, the second putt wasn't very good, short, but I looked in my book and sure enough that's not one off the eclectics. So seeing as last time I was on, yesterday I got 88, so that means my filmed round can now go down to 87 because I've knocked one off and it can't get worse. So a little mini success embedded in that hole. Good caddy, good idea. goes to 1 under bogey par after that lacklustre start. But I suddenly realised as well, a little bit earlier on, that I've never been over bogey par on this course. It's the third round, a bit worrying. I can now see a monkey behind the green. That one felt terrible. And the way it sort of curved, definitely off the heel. But apparently I got a sway car. Unless she just thinks that's good for me because I'm shy. But yeah, I just felt I should be able to really launch from that elevated tee box. But just not feeling good with the driver today after yesterday, where it was just so fluid and sort of fearless, and just now it's just not working for me today at all. But 1 under bogey par, so nothing disastrous so far, despite some poor shots. So this one yesterday, it's a par 4 and I got 6 on it, So I've definitely got a chance to get the eclectic score better. But I think yesterday it was a 3 putt that did for me. So anyway, should stop thinking about that and try to enjoy it. It's so nice to be out. It's only about, I think they said it was about 31 degrees. I could do with a bit of rain actually to cool things down, but it's a nice atmosphere, a bit windy at times, but overall very nice. The scene is beautiful. For the eclectic score. At least I got a 5, but I could have got a par with that straightforward putt, which tentatively missed it. There's another one off the eclectic score. Always think of the positives. Well, not a clean strike, a low burner, but it looks like it'll be better than yesterday, because yesterday I went beyond the trees with the driver and that was a 5 hybrid. It looks like it's about the right length, maybe a little bit long. But anyway, it's in a decent position, I think. Yeah, looks like it's okay. But I could have cut off a lot more of the dog leg if I bloody hooked it, which I tend to do with that club, and this time absolutely dead straight. With a hook I could have got about 60 yards nearer the hole just by cutting off the corner, or maybe 40-50 yards, I don't know. But anyway, went long straight, it's not in trouble. Could I knock another one off the eclectic round, which is currently down to 86. surprise, surprise, high in the air with the hybrid, which is what I was doing off the range on Sunday and this morning when I just did a few shots. And I've actually hit the branches of the tree, but at least I connected, and that's obviously taken off a lot. So I'm not quite sure where it is, but it's taken off a lot. It's pretty impressive that I got that tree from that distance. It's just one of it. It's in an awful position at the base of this tree. Oh Christ, that is awful. So that was my Seve moment. We had that huge tree in the way. So I had to come under that, and also had to try and sort of keep it close so I could curve inwards to get to the green. And luckily, because the grass allows roll out, I've got it to the green. So that was a memorable shot. What a freak. I tell you what, that was horrible to watch, because I think it was about 35 feet and it was just going to race past. Well, I think it would have gone off the green, that one. And so that's why I started walking, thinking, God, that's awful. And now, incredibly, I've just parred the hole. That's 2 off the eclectic score. Even though there's judgment involved, obviously, with the direction of the putt and everything, and it was perfect because it went in. It was horrible too, because really I was going downhill and I thought I was not laying up, but just trying to make sure that I was, well, close. I mean, I was going for it, but trying to get it close too. And that's what Rotella says, always about, you must always go for a target, don't lay up. Don't go for the dustbin lid because you'll miss that. Go for the smallest target possible, and in this case go for the hole. So I suppose I'm just subconsciously doing that, but that was scary, because if it had missed, that was definitely a 2-putt bag. So a huge save there, and 2 off the eclectic score in one go for the round. So that knocks it down to 84. That was appalling. It's been 25 feet past from 60 foot. Tell you what, I was very pleased to get that last putt in. It felt like a crucial 3-putt instead of a 4-putt. So, first drop shot of the day. But, yeah, a really unbelievably bad chipper shot. And it was just set up nicely. I did that thing of just sort of chickened out and thinned it at the last moment when you should just do it smoothly. Classic error. And I'm still doing them. But still, took some good ones as well, so it's not too bad. But that was disappointing. group of 4 waved me through, then I waved them through because I didn't want to play, because I felt rushed doing my score. And then one of the players, after about 10 minutes of waiting for other people to go through, because I let another group through, he waved to me to play his shot even though he was in the middle of the fairway. So I aimed for him because he was in just the right place, and the ball sort of must have missed him by only about 15 feet, went past him. But he was the perfect marker, and I was quite determined to, well, near enough hit him if possible, just to show that I could hit far enough, because they went off the white tees and other big boys. Anyway, it was quite nice. So yeah, last hole, terrible 9-iron off hard surface of like baked earth, just completely did nothing with it. And then the R55 again, didn't do well. This time I hit it properly, but much too hard. And then an absolutely astonishing putt, which was, I don't know if it was luck or just pure instinct, but I went for it quickly, and it was a tap in from a few inches. So very nearly went in. It was a crazy putt, and obviously got the read exactly right. So it just shows what you can do with just a quick bit of thinking and just go for it. And that's another Rotella thing. Go with your instinct, quick look, that'll do, don't overthink it. Par after that fantastic 8-iron to the green. It was reading 115 yards, but it was going uphill, so I just calculated. I thought it's probably going to be 130, an 8-iron. And the caddy had just run off to go and get a towel she had dropped, and when she came back she said, "Oh, you know what to do, even without a caddy." Anyway, so yeah, just a perfect shot, absolutely brilliant, fully committed, and the right choice. So I get a par, so now that's knocked 5 off. I'm 2 under again on today's score, and now 5 better on the eclectic round, which is really good. So that one is now down to 83. dear, it's really let me down today. Not that time though. So this is the one yesterday I hit with a driver trying to do 180 and it went 200 and about 230 and got me in trouble. Been having trouble with the hybrid today, but that was a beauty off the tee because I was trying to make sure I kept it left, and it went left, but not with a hook or anything, but just with sort of a gentle draw. I've got no idea how it's ended up because you can't see beyond what I'm walking up now, but I think it'll be really good. Yeah, it's just by the bunker, which I didn't even know was there. I didn't remember, so where the caddy's walking now, it's just ahead of her, so that worked really well. there. Well, with these incredible swales, I was aiming well to the left to compensate for the fact that the ball was so far beneath my feet. It sort of went straight into the trees, but then, oh yeah, it's actually bounced back out. Amazing. I've had that luck several times over the last 2 rounds where I've hit a tree and come back out again. Wow, that's fantastic. Must have hit one of those trees. It's come out to there. Looks even better from here than just now. At least it stayed up there. So close to doing it. Last hole and back down on evens, so it's on a bit of a knife edge, especially, I mean, that shot was really good. Got onto the green, it's rolled off onto the fringe on the right, but it'll be an absolutely hellish putt, as it always will be on this green unless you're about 2 inches from the hole. So yeah, at the moment I would say bogey par for this round is looking optimistic. Not being negative, I just think it's optimistic, so I'm just not playing well enough to keep the score down. I keep dropping points, strokes here and there, but still, it's yeah, a bit of an off day to say the least, especially with the driving, and with the hybrid, so it's just not clicking today. Still enjoying it though. such a magical par. That putt, I mean, I wasn't even going anywhere near the pin on that one. I was actually aiming upwards to drop it down and do it softly enough so that it wouldn't roll too far. And then I get the par. First time I've parred it. 3 rounds now I've done it in 4, 4 and 3. But that was truly magical. I mean, I could see that going miles past and getting a 5 on that hole easy. Instead, I get a par. Wow, what a putt. I'm just so pleased with that. Again, that was instinct. I didn't give it too much thought. I just thought, okay, that's it. I made the decision. I'm pointing that way and not hitting it too hard. Oh, just exhilarating that was. Yeah, today I'm just way off with the drives. I mean, that one's gone behind the trees somewhere on the right. And yesterday I was just aiming so well, and now I suppose it's because I've become tentative. For whatever reason, just didn't start well, and haven't felt good over the ball with the drives. So amazing. Just yesterday was so different, and today it hasn't gone badly wrong or anything. So there's nothing awful. But yeah, I've got to play out of God knows. I mean, I saw where it went roughly. I think the caddy knows where it is, but it's well behind trees, so yeah, problematic. But yeah, that's that putt just now. I mean, sort of not enough time to be nervous about the incredible nature of the green. I mean, passing away from the hole, going up to go down, and I mean, I got it right, and so nearly the putt of a lifetime, but not quite. This is looking ominous. He went down here somewhere. Wow, found it. It's not going to be easy. What a perler. After pedaling 120 yards with the 7-iron by stabbing it out from behind that tree, it actually went too far, but not in any trouble. I thought, I'll give the 7-iron another go off that hard ground, and caught it really well. I'm not quite sure where it is, but it's just off the green to the left, so at least I didn't scuff it, which I was half imagining after that lovely clean strike from a very tricky position. But yeah, nice. Unfortunately, that wasn't my first shot. One of those ones where I look back and say, actually I didn't do too badly after all. It's funny how I've just felt like I've been off all day, but I'm still one under bogey par and haven't been over yet. And so I'm only one shot worse than yesterday. And yesterday felt completely controlled and really good throughout. And then this one is just completely different. I mean, I must have played some good shots to have kept the score to what it is. So we're on the 17th. That drive I thought was pretty poor, but caddy said 30 can. So it must have been in the right. I don't know. I think it's going to be playing off a hard surface again, so it's probably not great, but it won't be lost. I'm not quite sure where it is. Somewhere to the right. That's where it seemed to go, unless I think maybe not. I thought I could see something pink down there. I really don't know where it is. Oh yes, I can see it. Amazingly, it's hugged the area which actually has grass on it. Wow. So what looked like it was rubbish from the tee is actually fine. And amazingly, it's gone 204 yards. I thought it was a shocker. That was amazing because it was, it looked like it was going fast enough, but I thought the grass at the front of the green, like a Unico, would just gobble it up and stop it. But instead it not only went through the green, headed towards the hole, but then rolled off, and it's only about 2 or 3 feet from the bunker. So in effect I've overhit it through keeping it low. It was beautifully aimed at first, but then it just veered round and round and round. It was still better than a scuff, but dangerously close to a bunker. But it's alright. Yesterday I know I went too near the bunker on the right on this, and so this time I thought, no, just go down the middle. Beautiful strike, and then we heard the clunk of it hit one of the branches of the tree, so it would have taken a whole lot off it. It's a real pity. It was a lovely strike. I never even considered I would hit the tree, and I've hit the tree. But after that incredible par on the last hole, I'm 2 under. So if I bogey par this hole, I actually would equal yesterday's round, which is incredible by itself. But I was just looking down at this hellish cow grass, and luckily, well, not luckily because it hit the tree, but it's carried on and it's not under the tree, so it must have just smacked the branch and then carried on, so it's not in such a bad position after all. Got a nice long wait for the people up front. Got about 175, 180 yard shot with the hybrid coming up. Let's hope I don't scuff it. But interestingly, yesterday I had about a shorter shot and I was tentative with it, whereas today I can just do a full shot. It was a horrible long wait. I think I might have even hit a guy's golf cart, I'm not sure, but I hooked it. Good contact, but it just went wildly to the left, so I don't know where it's gone. Might have completely messed it up. A pity. So that was an absolutely incredible ending to the round, because I thought the ball was even lost. From where I was standing, I thought it might have been gone into the car park, rolled away and be out of bounds and all sorts of hassle. And then as I was looking too far in the distance, the caddy said, "Oh, it's here," as if she knew all along where it was, and it was just suddenly there under the trees. Only about, I don't know, 40 yards, 30, 40 yards from me. And I had to do a chip over a bank. And I just made sure that it just ended up on the, just made sure it didn't end up on the, like at the top of the bank or short or thin-lit wild or anything like that. And it was beautiful, it just chipped over. And I thought, let's put the short of the green and just in some sort of cow grass or something like that. But it wasn't, it was on the green, 20-foot putt, just went 2 feet over, hold the putt. I got exactly the same score as yesterday. Not only down to the score, down to 5 pars, 10 bogey pars. So really exactly the same, no lost balls. And yeah, so exactly the same score, and I felt terrible throughout, really. I just felt I wasn't playing well at all. Yesterday I felt like I was playing really well. Exactly the same score, so quite strange.
the eclectic score has gone from yesterday's 88 is now down to 81. So I've improved on 6 holes, including one that I parred, so the previous one and two. The others all by single strokes. So a round which felt like a bit of a struggle and waiting at times and letting people through, and the annoyance of buggies behind at times as well, turned into a good experience. Really well, and I really can't believe it. If you had asked me what the score was today, I would have probably said 94 compared to yesterday. And if it had been 91, I would have thought, oh, not as bad as I thought. 88 is amazing, exactly the same. The noise in the background is there's a train in the station. Pity, it spoils the end of the video a little bit. But yeah. So next time, I feel so knackered, really knackered, just sort of mentally drained as well. I seem to be suffering a lot on the course for some reason. Always seem to be in bits of trouble. But there you go. Kept at it.